So I am convinced that if I were in a horror movie, I would survive. I know how that they get the razor claws and stuff. I know how they would get away. I also know when you're getting the machete in the head, how you should get away from that. So basically, in 2008, I was going to cover a conference in Berlin. And I was looking at different places, and it turned out that they had a hotel that was listed as a place you should never be caught dead in. It was called Propeller Island City Lodge. And of course, I'm like, how's that? Why is it like that? So I looked into it, and it turned out that you could have different themed rooms. One was a place that you could sleep in. That was an upside down room, you slept on the floor. There's another one you could sleep in a cage. Another you could sleep in a coffin. So I chose a room. It's called the therapy room. It was white. You could turn on red, blue, and green lights. There was faux fur covering the walls. And I assumed if I laid on the floor too long, I probably would end up pregnant. So I'm there for a couple days, and the second night I'm there, I'm thinking to myself, I've not seen one person here except for the person who checked me in, and it would be really weird to not actually have explored this crazy, scary sort of looking hotel. So I decided, late one night after going out for dinner that I was going to go through the hotel and take a look. So I started down this dark hallway, and in this hotel, there were motion sensors to save electricity. So as you went down the hallway, a light would go on, and as you left it, or a certain period of time would pass, the light would go off. So I started down the hallway, which was dark, and as I went down, the light goes on, and then another light goes on, and I see this door at the end of the hallway. It looks kind of like a prison door, like a medieval prison door. And I figure out very quickly as I'm passing all these different themed rooms that that's a door to go into the next hallway. So it's very dark in this as I'm going through. Lights are going on and they're going off. So I open the door, I go into the next hallway. And at the end of the hallway is a purple light about maybe 50 feet down. So as I go in, light comes on. I start to walk down. I take a couple steps in and I see there's somebody at the end of the hallway. And I'm kind of like, well, maybe it's a picture. Maybe it's a portrait, maybe it's, So I take a step forward, another light comes on, and I can see that it's a person, and they're moving a little bit. So I can't make them out because I can't see far away. So I take another step, and the light goes on, and then I hear another, and the light behind me has gone off. So now I realize I'm on a timer in the middle of this hallway, and there's a person at the end, and I've not seen a person in the hotel, who's staring at me, and I'm staring at them. And I'm waiting, and I'm worried this light is going to go off, and we'll be left in the dark together. So, I don't know a lot of German, so I say hi, no response. Still staring at each other. And I say, Auf Wiedersehen, in that weird sort of way, and he doesn't say anything. So I'm thinking, do I take a step back, and maybe that light comes on? Does that trigger him to come forward? So I take another step forward, and the light comes on. And I see, in that light, I'm like, I think I recognize that person. Oh wait, I recognize that person? And I was like, wait, that's me. Wait, that's me? So I go right down the hallway, and I notice that I'm looking at basically a covered door that has glass on it, and I've been looking at a purple version of myself in the door. And if it wasn't me in the door, I would have hugged me because I was so relieved. And so, all of the thoughts about myself being murdered by somebody in the hallway is just kind of went away. So now I know that I could survive a horror movie because that one night in Germany, I did.